Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about Magic School. Magic School is an AI platform designed specifically for educators. Whether you're using it to help you lesson plan or just find a way to get students more engaged, Magic School is going to help streamline that process. You can sign up for a free account using your Gmail, so you'll just log in with Google, and it gives you access to over 80 different tools offered through Magic School. So, up at the top, you'll see the link of how to access Magic School. We're just going to talk about some of my personal favorite features of Magic School. So, today we're going to look at a worksheet generator, rubric generator, text translator, text scaffolder, and then how to set up a Magic School classroom that your students can also use. And just as a bonus, we're also going to look at one of their more fun features, which is a song generator. So we're going to go ahead and get started. When you go to the Magic School website and you sign in with your Gmail account, it will bring you to this homepage. So as you can see, there are a ton of different options of tools that Magic School can help you do or help you use. So I'm going to come up to the top, and it gives you the option to filter. So you can filter by categories if you're looking for something specific: instructional materials, help planning, student support, engagement. But we are going to just look at a few that I have favorited. So the first one that we're going to look at is this worksheet generator. So I am going to use one of my previous lessons that I've taught when I was a 7th grade teacher, and you can add your file. So I'm going to take a PDF of a PowerPoint that I taught a lesson on verb mood, and I'm just going to upload that PowerPoint directly to Magic School. If I didn't have a PowerPoint, if I just wanted something general, I could type in my topic or copy and paste a text I wanted to generate questions about. But I want it to be exactly what I taught my students. So I used my PowerPoint and I uploaded it. I set my grade level, and then I just clicked generate. So this is going to generate me a worksheet. It's going to give me an overview of the content that I taught and then different types of questions. So it's going to start with some fill in the blank, multiple choice, and then some open-ended, and it will also provide the answer key. So as the professional, you do need to go back and check and make sure that the information is accurate, but this is a great way to help you just come up with questions, especially if you're doing like just a quick check or an exit ticket. This is a great way to help you just come up with those questions to help assess your students' understanding of the lesson that you taught that day. So it gives you that. You can copy it, you can paste it into a doc, you can edit it if you want to change things about it. You can also translate it into another language using this button down here. If you want to take this exact worksheet, print it for your students in English, and then have a Spanish translation printed as well, you could do that there. So now I'm going to go back to my favorites and look at my next tool, which is the rubric generator. So I'm going to set my grade level. I'm going to set my point scale that I want it to assess. I'm going to pick 5 because that's easy to divide into a 100-point classwork grade. And then it's going to ask for a standard or objective. So you can upload that. I am going to use one of my previous assignments. I'm just going to copy my standard and paste it in there. Now for my assignment, this is where I'm going to go and paste my prompt. So I'm going to use this first prompt right here for my argumentative essay that I'm going to have students write. Write an essay on the following prompt. And then you can customize if you have a certain method that you want them to use. So if you're doing an essay and you want them to follow the RACE method, you could add that as well, and it will include that in the scoring guide. And then again, I'm going to put what standards I want it aligned to, Alabama Course of Study, and click Generate. So now it's going to generate your rubric for you. It's going to give you a breakdown of how it is scoring each of those topics. And again, copy it to a doc. You can edit it, translate it. All of those features are available for the content that Magic School creates. So there's your rubric. Next up, we have our text translator. So you are going to type in the language you want the text translated into. You can type it directly in the box, or you can upload files. So I'm going to upload a file of an assignment. I'm going to pick the end of the year one-pager that I had my students completing. So right here, once that file is uploaded, you just click generate, and it gives the instructions in the language that you selected. So you can copy onto a document and you're ready to go. All right, and then one more tool that we are going to look at that might help you in your classrooms are the text scaffolders. So you can pick your grade level. I'm going to pick 5th grade. Number of questions to ask. This will help assess their comprehension of what they are reading, and vocabulary words to define. I'll leave that at 5. I'm going to use one of my biography assignments. So students would normally read this biography. And I'm going to paste my original text here. Again, you could upload a file and then click generate. And it's going to generate a list of vocabulary terms from that text that you have uploaded to help students know what they are reading about. And then it's going to ask some questions to help you assess their comprehension. If you are looking for a tool to take the prompt or take the text and make it the same content in a simpler to read format, I would highly recommend that you check out Diffit. And I can do another video talking about that AI tool as well. That is really helpful. It takes the whole passage and differentiates it to whatever level that you put in. So if you took the novel of Frankenstein and you want that differentiated into a 5th grade level that's 10 pages long, it'll do that for you. So again, that one was Diffit. So those are the main tools that I have used Magic School for. Like I said, there are tons that you can use. It can make presentations. I've done that one. Writing feedback, YouTube video questions. This one is really popular as well. You can post the link to the YouTube video that you have had your students view, and it's going to give you questions based on that video. Jokes, that's a cute one. There's some in there that are like letter of recommendations and things like that. So again, lots of tools to check out. So those are the teacher tools that I use the most frequently. The next thing that we're going to look at is how to set up a classroom. So over here on the left, you'll see Magic Student. So you can go down to Rooms, and this is where you'll set your classroom up at. So you'll click Create a Room. All right, and then it's going to give you your tools to choose from to let students have access to. So I always liked putting in a character chat bot into my Magic School classroom. This lets them chat with a historical figure, an author, a book character. So we read The Hunger Games in my class last year. So we had the character chat bot, and they were able to talk with some of the tributes in the games and ask them about their strategies and ask them about their thoughts during the games. So I'm going to go ahead and add this as my first tool. So it lets you name it if you want to call it something else, pick your grade level. You can specify who you want the character to be. So if we did that, I would do Katniss from the Hunger Games. And then you can preview what that will look like for your students. So here we have the text. Hello, I'm Katniss Everdeen from District 12. I'm the girl who volunteered to take my sister Prim's place. So I can ask her a question. Why did you volunteer for your sister? So then that gives you some insight into what Katniss was thinking, why she would volunteer for her sister, and it's pretty detailed answers as well. So I see what it's going to look like for my students. I like that. So I'm going to save to a room. So since I don't have a room yet, I'm going to set up a new one. I'll call this library 25. You can just put whatever your class is. Room description, if you wanted to make this specific to like your periods or specific homeroom teachers, you could do that there just to give you some note of that. If you already have a room set up, you can put it in an existing room. So I'm going to save room, and then I'll have my first tool for students in my room. So now that I have my room set up, it's going to give us some options for how to get our students added. You can post a link. So if you use Schoology or a different type of LMS, you can just post the link. Students can click on that. It will take them to the room, or you can post it directly on Google Classroom. If you do like iPads or Chromebooks with cameras, you can have them scan a QR code. Google Classroom was always the easiest for me. It integrates really easily. So once your students start participating in the room, you can see everything that they've done. So it will show you the messages that it sent. It'll show you which students are participating, which tools they're using. You also have like the analytics and your insights that gives you the data there as well. So let's look and add another tool. And then we will look and see what it looks like from the student perspective. So I'm going to add a new tool. I'm going to put in AI Tutor. So 5th grade, I want help with fractions and mixed numbers. Let's preview that and see if we like how that is set up. So it asks what we already know about fractions and have I worked with them before. So I'm going to say I know fractions represent parts of a whole number. I don't understand mixed numbers. All right, and so then it breaks it down and it tries to give easy examples to help students understand and guide them into figuring out how to answer those questions. So I like that. I'm going to save that to my room as well. Now I want to preview my room as a student. So if I've posted my link to join my Magic School Classroom on my Google Classroom, then when students click to join, this is the page that it should bring them to. So it's not going to bring students to the home page like you see as a teacher. It's not going to give them access to all of those tools. It will only allow them to access the tools that you have added to your classroom. So if you've only added these 2 tools, those are the only tools that your students will be able to access. So the last tool that I'm going to show you is one of Magic School's fun tools. You could use this for a brain break. You could do this for a special event in your class, a shout out to someone that's made an accomplishment, just as some fun in your classroom. So for my song topic, I'm going to put our principal, Mr. Jones. And then you can include what you want it to have in the song. He likes sports, loves his teachers, and has 2 daughters. And then you can choose the tune of the song that you want it to be on. So I'm going to put You've got and generate. And then you have your song dedicated to the person of your choice with all of those details, and you can sing along to the tune of whichever song that you chose. So, those are the basics for Magic School's AI platform. I hope this is helpful and that you can check it out and use it in your classrooms soon.